Hi, we have another video today. This is Gary with Gary Sprinkler Repair. Today we're going to be setting a Rainbird ESP timer. So first thing we're going to do, go ahead and open up the timer. If you have a key, make sure you turn it to unlock. Swing it on open. And we can see we have our timer here. Normally it would sit in the auto position. If it rains, you can put it in off, or if you have a rain sensor installed, you don't need to do that. I'll do it all by itself, sitting from the auto position. First thing we want to do is set date and time. So you can see current date and time. It says 19th of May 2017. If you needed to change that up or down, makes the next thing blink. So you can see May's blinking. If I had it incorrect, let's say I had it April, okay, use the up arrow, change it to May. Now I hit the advance button and then I can make the date blink. Up or down changes that. Hit the advance button, change the year if I need to, and then hit the button again. We're just back to the month. Next is set the current time. Same thing, hours blinking. If you wanted to change the hour right now or spring forward or fall back, you do it right here, put the dial back to run or to auto position, you're done. If we wanted to change the minutes, hit the next advance button, up or down will change that. You're done there. So once you're done with that, you set your watering start time. This timer currently has a 4 o'clock start time, and the A program is a first start time. If I go forward on the advance button, the second time it runs is at 8 p.m. To get rid of that second time right there in the fall, you just come over here, you go to start time, it'll show up as the first start time, you advance to the second one, and then you hit the up arrow from PM and you keep going up to midnight, and that will clear that out of there. And that's all you got to do to get rid of that second run time. Those are days of the week, so now the buttons mean on or off. If you want to change Monday to on, you just hit the on button. If you want to keep it off, hit the off button. You do that for each day of the week. Next, you come down and here's your zones. So we have zone 1, and you can see on zone 1 it's set currently for 15 minutes. Zone 2 for 15, 3's for 10, 4's for 10, and 5's for 10. This timer has the ability to add more modules. If you're going to do that, you need to power it down. Make sure the module is in the unlock position. I'll show you where that's at. By the way, if you wanted to change these watering times here, up or down once you get to it, changes the watering time from 10 minutes down to 8 minutes or up to 12 minutes if you want. So either way, up or down. And this timer doesn't have enough modules to go past 7, so you can see no module will show up. It does not currently have a rain sensor put in, so it will be bypassed. All of this has been done in the A program. So again, if I come over here, if we want to check for modules, you can see here we have 2 modules. It comes with a base unit of 4 stations, so 4 colored wires, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your common. A master valve up here in the center is only if you're like on a well where you need to turn on a pump or something, then you can utilize that. It does have the ability to hook a remote up to it so that you can walk around, turn it on and off with a remote. If you have the lead here for the battery, which you should have, you can pull that off, clip on a 9-volt battery and slide it into this compartment here, making sure the battery leads are on this end when you're done sliding it in. About once a year, I recommend replacing them. And do not use rechargeable, just alkaline works fine in here. There is a reset button in here, so if you wanted to reset the timer, if there was a lightning strike and the timer is malfunctioning, just come in there with a ballpoint pen, hit reset, and it'll send everything back to the factory default so you can start all over. So when I added this second module, it comes as a 4 station. He has a 5th he needed. I need to make sure I power the timer down, turn it off, not off on the timer panel, but power the power off. Then you take this switch and make sure it's in the unlock position. You slide it up in and lock it in. Once it's locked in, you go to lock. You add your wire to the station wire, so you can see now it makes it a 5, 6, and 7 station timer. If you need to remove the face panel on this timer, you do so by just pushing down on that tab to release the pin from up here. Okay, lastly, once you got station 5 in there, you just turn the dial down here to station 5, and there you go. You can up or down, change your watering time as you need to. The other things we have here, again, off is for if it rains, auto is where it normally sits for run. Season adjust, this is if it's going to be super hot for a couple days. It'll normally do 100% of what we told it to do, so whatever time's been programmed, it'll do. If you want to increase that by, let's say 50%, we come over here to the seasonal adjust. change it with the up arrow to, let's say, 150%. And I went too far, so I can use the down arrow. There's 150%. Now it's going to do its original runtime on all these guys. And it's, so you can remember, it's 20 minutes, and then, or 15, 15, 10, 10, and 10. It would increase everybody by 50% longer runtime once you go to auto. But and then a few days later, it cools back down to regular weather. You can come down here and just take the down arrow after moving it to seasonal adjust and take it back to 100%, put it back to auto. You're good to go. Everybody will do its original normal runtime. The next position here is to test all valves. If we wanted to do a 2-minute test, you just hit start right here, and it will go through and it'll run each zone one at a time for 2 minutes. And you can always increase that if you need more time to walk around and check them. It's not enough time for you. You don't move that fast to get to the backyard. You can increase that to a 5-minute test, and it'll run each one for 5 minutes once you hit start. And then lastly, advanced cycles. That's the custom program versus the on-off days that you've set in here. Once you determine custom, that's pre-programmed. It'll tell you over here on the timer paper what you can set them for. But essentially, it's like water every 2nd day, every 3rd day, every 5th day, that kind of thing. And it'll supersede your days of the week over here. Otherwise, if you want to just utilize these, you don't even need that function at all. There are A, B, and C programs. So let's say you had a vegetable garden. Everything else was able to run on A the way we have it now at 4 and 8. But the vegetable garden, you want to run it on the B program. You just move this selector lever to B, and then you can come over once the A program starts at 4 a.m. Let's say it's done by, we have 15, 15, 10, 10, and 10. So an hour, so by 5 a.m. it's off. We can set a start time for the B program if we wanted to by flipping this down to here. And then we're in the B program. And now we can set a start time in the B program. And you can come in here and tell it to kick on at 5 a.m. And then you can come down and say, okay, we have a zone 6 now that we wired up, and it's going to be the vegetable garden, and it'll run like 2 days a week. We can set it for an hour, and it kicks on at 5 a.m. once a day, that kind of thing. So that's the reason for the A, B, and the C program. Typically, most people don't usually utilize the C program. But you can separate your lawns if you want to water them twice a day, put them in A. You can move your plants into B, water them once a day, every other day. And you could set up in the C program your vegetable garden and have that run twice a week, for an hour, and nothing else is in there. But that's the purpose of the A, B, and C programs. And that's pretty much it. So when you're done, make sure you're back in A, make sure you're back in auto, A, make sure you're back in auto, and close it on up. Make sure it's closed or you'll void your warranty.